Welcome to the Community Air Protection Program online training series. This is the second module in a series providing training on community emission reduction programs. Today, we'll provide an overview of the technical foundation. In today's overview, we'll discuss why we need a technical foundation, what questions the technical foundation should answer, and how we build this technical foundation. Why do we need a technical foundation? The technical foundation, also known as a technical assessment, supports almost every aspect of the community emissions reduction program. The main purpose of the technical foundation is to understand the local air pollution challenges impacting the community, guide strategy development, and help track progress to ensure air quality is improving in the community. Now that we know the technical foundation is important, let's talk about what questions the technical foundation answers. The first is, where does air pollution come from in my community? This includes identifying all the sources of air pollution that affect the community. You might hear these referred to as emission sources, and they include mobile sources like cars, trucks, and equipment, stationary sources like oil refineries, warehouses, factories, and commercial sources, and area-wide sources like dust, residential wood stoves, and construction. After identifying sources of air pollution, the technical foundation also identifies the pollutants that come from these sources. Common pollutants impacting communities include particulate matter, or particles suspended in the air that we breathe, and toxic air contaminants, which can increase cancer risk and other health risks. The technical foundation also identifies where people in the community may be impacted by air pollution. Some people are more sensitive to air pollution, like children and the elderly. You may hear these referred to as sensitive receptors. The technical foundation shows where these sensitive populations are, places like homes, schools, and playgrounds. We've just covered what questions the technical foundation answers. So how do we build the technical foundation to answer those questions? CARB's Community Air Protection Blueprint contains the minimum requirements for the technical foundation in a section called Understanding the Community. The blueprint requires technical foundations to include a set of different elements that collectively characterize local air quality in the community. We talked about understanding the sources of emissions in the community. The first step in building the technical foundation is to develop an inventory of those emissions, which estimates how much air pollution is coming from different types of sources in the community. A source attribution analysis builds on the inventory to assess how those different sources contribute to air pollution levels in the community. Another piece is to identify the future benefits of policies that already exist. This allows you to understand how emissions may change in the future, which can help prioritize emission reduction strategies. This is also known as forecasting. It is also important to look at how emissions and land use patterns impact sensitive populations. For example, people that live closer to pollution sources may experience higher impacts. The last component is looking at whether there are sources in the community that are out of compliance with existing air quality rules. Remember, the technical foundation is a core component and feeds into the rest of the process. Early work with community residents to understand sources of concern will help create a successful technical foundation and community emissions reduction program. Thank you for watching this overview of the Community Emissions Reduction Program Technical Foundation. For more information, please visit our website.